Yayo, ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
I hit record.
Would you fuck Vegeta?
Yes.
Okay.
But it would hurt a lot.
Why?
Because I know that I would be hurting Bulma and she would be upset. And that hurts
it
me.
Seems like the kind of thing she'd be into.
I was going to say, as long as you let her watch, she'd probably be fine.
Okay. All right, everyone. This has been a Dragon Ball reference. Knock it off the bingo sheet.
Is it cheating if I open the bingo sheet and just try to get every single thing on there?
I think it is cheating. Yeah, we don't want to. We can't. Let's not force it. Let's just let it happen organically. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast. My name is Matt.
My name is Mike.
And this is a virginal tour.
140 something into a virginal tour.
It's still virginal when there's over 1,000 episodes.
Does it stop being virginal when we get to the time jump skip?
I don't know. Hey, historian's here too. Hey, historian.
When are we not virgins anymore?
When are we not virgins anymore? We know when like sexual intercourse happens and stuff like that. What?
Well,
what?
I don't.
The One Piece sexual intercourse. When is that?
Is it Smoker?
When is that? When's fourth base for One Piece?
Is it the baseball commercial?
I guess I would say you guys have made it at like time skip. Maybe that's a hefty halfway.
What number is time skip?
Who's the most sexual character?
I'm not telling you what episode time skip is, but in the euphemism of watching One Piece is the same as this, you like only got the tip in at this point, guys.
I mean, have we like
as far as
we've kissed at least? Have we kissed?
Over the pants hand stuff?
Over the pants hand stuff. Let's go!
Yeah!
There's a high five in there.
Don't high five for that.
I feel that every time I see Buggy.
Folks, reset the clocks to 0
because we got Buggy Watch.
We got a Buggy Watch.
Bow, bow, bow.
Buggy's back, baby. Yeah, let's fucking go.
Man, if we do makeup, we could do that whole meme that's going around from Zoolander where it's like, excuse me, bro. It's like, you're excused, but I'm not your bro. But because Buggy is in a mine, just like in Zoolander.
And he's got new makeup on.
New makeup. Look at cute. What kind of clown is Buggy?
I believe.
What the fuck was that? I just watched Matt's soul leave his body.
I don't know what I myself and listener friend of the show, Lloyd Sheffield, the voice of the theme song. He and I went to clown college.
There's no way we didn't talk about this.
I think I don't know if we talked about this.
You went to clown college?
We went to clown college.
Add it to the bingo sheet.
Yeah, put it on the bingo sheet. Matt talking about clowns. About a month ago we went to clown college. Mm-hmm. We were first years, so we got through our first year of clowning. So I think we got 6 credits towards being like journeyman clowns. Shut up. You need 52 clown credits to be a master clown. And you can earn more for that particular institute by partaking in competitions and doing well in the clown competitions. But we were first years, so we were not allowed to partake in the clown competitions.
Are there any clown Ronin who have no masters? Who wander the waste clowning around with no regard for the structure of the clown hierarchy?
It's funny you asked this. We had a clown friend named Sunbeam who was with us all weekend long. And Sunbeam was kind of a piece of shit. He didn't follow any clown rules.
Friend is a generous term for Sunbeam from everything you guys told me.
Yeah,
Sunbeam, if you're listening to the podcast, I'm very sorry.
Hello, Sunbeam the clown. It's good to hear from you. You're an older gentleman, and if you're listening to this podcast, what's up, man? Fuck yeah. It's me, Roni of Pep and Roni, the clown duo.
I can't believe you're doxing your clown identity.
We are doxing our clown identities.
Yeah.
We're Pep and Roni. Well, Lloyd Sheffield and I are Pep and Roni, the pizza making clowns.
They did ask me to manage them.
Yes, you could be our like grumpy manager and be like, hey, these two gonna make a couple pies.
Balding. Just with a stogie in my fucking mouth.
Anyway, yeah, Sunbeam was kind of a piece of shit because any of the clowns who were like teaching our classes would offer any sort of advice, and they were very welcoming and like open to a lot of things, but Sunbeam was just kind of a piece of shit about it and like didn't take anyone's advice. So you'd say he is the clown Ronin. The clown Ronin Sunbeam.
Hey, nobody steal my idea for doing a samurai story about a clown.
That'd be a fun like webcomic.
Do you want to do a recording of this podcast at a gathering of the Juggalos?
Yeah, I think that would be really fun.
Did I tell you that's how I want to die?
Yeah.
If I find out I have a terminal illness, did I say that on the podcast?
You did say it on the
Okay,
podcast.
if I find out I have a terminal illness, I want to go to a gathering of the Juggalos. I want to join the ICP Wrestling League, and I want to be fucking impaled by a fluorescent light tube.
Oh my God.
And then I want to be carried off to a pauper's grave by a bunch of Juggalos.
Just dumped in a ditch.
It's the only death I deserve.
All right. Well, we can do that. I mean, I will.
We're going to start a Patreon so you can fund this journey for me, everyone.
I will agree to that, but you have to watch all of One Piece first.
As a plan, I can't die until I've watched all of One Piece.
It's true. Even if you have a terminal illness,
I could be like shot.
You can't
in the
die.
heart, and I can't die because
Can't
I haven't
die.
watched all of One Piece.
it's kind of a fun, like, magical thing, I think, because like
There's
now
still
that's it's not even hope. Like, it's just it won't happen.
Yeah. And if Oda just keeps continuing One Piece, and then we'll get like, what's the joke? One Piece remix or whatever. It'll be about Luffy's son Boofy.
Yes.
Oh, One Piece Next Generations.
One Piece, One Piece, the college years.
Yeah.
One Piece, the squeakquel.
Oh,
Hey, everybody,
man, this
it's-
is a one. Did we already did that part?
I don't know. It's a One Piece podcast. We're watching it for the very first time, and we're virgins about it. We know some stuff. We have opinions,
Yeah.
but also we don't know anything because we're a bunch of dumb idiots.
Stupid.
Big dumb stupid idiots.
Big stupid idiots.
I was about to say that, but then I like leaned into it and put emphasis on it because I know it's on the bingo card. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Free space.
Free space. Hey everyone. This episode we were gonna watch all of Jaya.
I did make a post about it on the Discord, which you should all hop on to.
Yes.
It's in the description of the podcast.
It's in the description of the podcast, and it's now in the description of every single episode we've recorded, released so far, because I went back and put it in there. So, and it's on our Twitter, so fucking follow the fucking Discord, because it's fun in there. We're having a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun in there.
There's a whole channel just for smut.
Yeah, and there's smut in there.
There's smut.
There's some inked smut and then some colored smut. Excuse me.
But yeah, so we only did episodes 144 to 148.
The first half of Jaya.
Yeah, and then we're going to do a filler
After this.
after this, and then we're going to finish Jaya out, which is 149 to 152.
Yes.
Pacing it out a little bit. We're savoring the Jaya. We've rushed through some stuff, and we want to taste those monkeys.
Yeah.
We want to really just like swirl around Bellamy in our mouth and then spit them into a bucket.
Get those tannins. Also, just like there's a lot of setup going on, I feel like right now for Skypiea. So there's just like a lot of fucking information.
Yeah, there is. I actually, for the first time in my little like notebook book, I went into 2 pages. Because episode 146 fucked me up.
2 pages. Wow. Amazing. Should we just jump right into it? Or
Episode 144. Monkey, 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 monkey. Background MVP. Monkey.
Mashura checks in.
Mashura ? Is my first note. I don't know. Sometimes
Is it
I write.
Masura or Mashura?
I think it's pronounced Mashura.
Nice.
Sometimes I write notes like, what could this mean? And then I'm like, I'm going to fucking find out in 10 minutes. Should I wait?
I write those notes too, but I write them anyway because I think it's fun to see my like train of thought.
Yeah.
Hey, historian.
Yeah.
When was the last time you watched Jaya?
The last time I watched Jaya was when I was originally watching through One Piece.
Wow.
So that would have been calendar year 2009.
That was like 14 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a bit. I've been on my One Piece journey for a very long time now.
Is it? I feel like we might have talked about this on the podcast already. Is it like nostalgic for you to be watching us watch these episodes from so long ago for you?
Fully, why do you think I made you guys do this?
I don't know. Because you wanted more people to talk about One Piece with.
That is also, that was also a factor.
Join the Discord, everyone.
Join the Discord.
This is all just a long con to get me more friends.
Sad.
Oh,
We're having fun.
We're having fun here, everybody.
The historian needs more friends. We don't even know what the historian looks like. There's just a snail sitting on a couch.
It's true. I married the snail, and I really have never seen the historian once in my life.
That's really brave of you. Thanks.
Hey, it's really brave of you to marry me, having only seen a snail and hear my voice come out of it.
Yeah.
Look at us being a couple of snails.
Yeah. What's the scientific name for a snail? Cephalopod.
It's
Or is that a different thing?
No, that's like squids and stuff.
it's I'm trying to remember the tune to a song by the musical artist Snails, and I can't remember.
That's a musical art?
It's like some EDM song. Anyway, episode
No,
140.
Matt, do more dubstep into the mic. I'm sure that's great for our listeners.
Dubstep.
I can do some Skrillex.
No.
Stop
it.
Bangarang.
Is that a Skrillex song?
Yeah.
I think I've ever
There's one song called Kill Everybody, which I would play very loudly in my car while I was driving back in college, where the lyric is, I want to kill everybody in the world. And then it just fucking pops off. It's really good. I'll play it later.
That's fine. I can't judge. I only listen to Midwest emo, and I've never been to the Midwest.
Well, my car broke down, gotta jump it with some jumper cables.
That's jazz.
And my friend's car, also, the battery died.
I listen to ska too.
Fuck yeah, you do. We did
Yeah.
a blend on Spotify.
Yeah, that was a lot of musicals.
It was one.
There
What are
was
you talking
several.
about?
What are you talking about?
There was just the Addams Family, and that's because I had to fucking play a bunch of that bullshit at
Was
work.
that even from the musical, or was that just the Addams Family?
That was
theme?
just the TV show, but it was from. I had to play it for like pre-show music for my fucking work. I took a bunch of the songs off. I don't know if it takes it off for you, but I took a bunch of the songs off because
I don't know. It updates like every day.
Really? Shit.
Yeah, everybody. If you give me $100, I'll blend my Spotify playlist with you.
Hey, also, you can blend with Mike in real life.
So the ship falls from the sky, and the crew.
Sorry. Everyone's screaming.
You're just offering to sell my body to the listeners.
Hey. Hey, we gotta
This fucking show is gonna end with Matt pimping me.
You offered yourself up on the Discord. That's why everyone should
To
join the
one
Discord.
person who had taste,
It's
who
true.
likes Buggy and thinks Zorro's a gun.
I feel like most people who listen to this feel the same way, and that's why they're like, "Oh, wow, you can really dance." Anyway, I'm gonna pivot off of this. I'm making you deeply uncomfortable, and I apologize. I apologize again.
I'm just I'm like every fiber of my being is holding back saying inappropriate things
You do it.
or said it. No,
Say one. Just one.
I
Just
don't-
one
I
thought.
don't want to say it. Just batting the intrusive thoughts away.
All right.
They're all fun.
Yeah.
It's just like
This entire podcast is just one giant intrusive thought.
It really is.
God,
The filler episode is going to be wild.
can't believe some of you listen to this.
Hey, we appreciate all of you who listen to the podcast. And isn't it like super edging all of you that we keep saying we're about to start the episode and then we talk for another 5 minutes? We're like, all right, episode 144. Hey, everyone, what about this dumb thing?
Did anyone else have Blink 182 teach them what that term means?
Edging?
Yeah.
I feel like I just learned what edging meant. Like I knew what it was, but I didn't know it had the term edging until like a year
I learned
ago.
what water sports was from a friend. Not like through experience. He just explained to it, and I was like, water sports sound fun. Like you're like playing games in the water.
What the fuck does water sports mean?
It's pee, Matt. It's sky pee. But on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
water sport. Like, how is it used? Can we use it in a sentence? Like, can we use it in a sentence? Like,
Well, it
hey,
just means peeing on somebody.
Well, yeah, but is it like a hey, do you want to go do some water sports, or is it like like water, like while it's happening you say water sports?
I think that's what you say. I think that's what you say as it's happening, or you like yell. You go to a crowded room and you yell water sports,
And then everyone knows that you just got peed on. Hey,
also,
everyone.
the smell and the piss on you tells everybody.
I mean, you could have been working with a horse or something.
Why?
I don't know.
Why a horse?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, everyone. Whatever your kink is, whatever your fetish is, you own it. You love it. You have a good time as long as it's consensual and safe. Maybe not with a horse, because I don't think the horse can consent. But like, do
Definitely not with the horse.
Yeah,
don't fuck animals.
don't fuck animals unless.
This podcast has two stances. Don't fuck animals. Don't vaccinate your kids.
One of those.
Suck on that, Joe Rogan.
one of those stances you should not listen to. I'm gonna let you decide which one. We're having a good time. This is a good podcast.
This isn't even the fucking filler episode.
This is a great podcast. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a good fucking podcast.
All right, everybody, go take some horse pills. That'll get rid of your COVID.
Take some horse pills, get pissed on, have a great time. I can't wait for Rono or Rachel to start taking clips of this episode.
Can we put her in charge of our TikTok?
If she wants. Hello, friend of the show,
Oh my
Rono or
God.
Rachel. All right, should
Fucking
we?
ship falls from the sky. Crew's freaking out for like 10 minutes.
Yep, I thought it was just one ship, and then it was multiple ships.
There's a bunch of just shit falling. There's a skeleton. Mm-hmm. Usopp was all zen. He's like, "I'm fear is the mind killer. I must not fear."
And then just it keeps falling down.
I have another question, but I'm gonna save it for later.
Do you want to write it down so you don't forget?
Yeah. Just in the filler episode, we're gonna cover who would play who in a Dune One Piece crossover.
Okay. At this point, I was wondering if this was just like all the ships from Ape's concert, like falling from the sky. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, did they just like fuck up like that whole portal rainbow mist bridge area, and now it's just like falling from the sky? But it's not. It's apparently coming from Sky Island, also known as
Skypiea,
which the log pose Nami has is pointing to the sky, and Robin's like, if that's the case, it's Sky Island.
Yep.
That is. Thanks, Robin.
Robin checks out the skeleton that fell, and she reforms its entire skull.
Yeah,
Which is pretty fucking.
she went to college.
You think?
That's what they teach you in college?
That could be something they teach you in college.
Did they teach you that in college?
Not that specifically. I feel like I took like an anthropology course, and we talked a lot about like human nature, and it was fascinating.
I saw a real skeleton in college.
Like human origins and stuff. You did?
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's like a real human skeleton.
Fuck.
I've seen a
It was
human
illegal.
before.
What?
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 What'd you say? Well, yeah, because your family owns a skull.
We don't own it. It's part of the
It's part of the family.
family.
Historian's family has a skull. I married into the skull family.
That might become ours someday.
I know, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, we
What?
might inherit the
I
skull.
want it.
I don't think you're allowed to have it unless you join the family.
If you
How the fuck am I not?
My dad recognizes you visually.
It's
he doesn't
true.
know anyone's name, but he
I made your
recognizes you
dad
visually.
laugh,
You did.
and he seems to enjoy my presence.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid of him anymore.
You've helped us lift a bunch of things.
I'm not afraid of him anymore.
How did I not get Usopp on that fucking character test?
Hey everyone, if you join the Discord.
Oh, you got okay. I remember.
Got
who
Don
you got.
Quixote,
Rosanade.
Constantine, Rosanade. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Hey everyone, tangent. This is a One Piece podcast. I'm still talking about One Piece. I don't need to say that. We have a Discord, which we've talked about, but we put find out what character from One Piece you are.
I was very pleasantly surprised because Roanoke Rachel asked, she's like, is there a good test? So I took a bunch while we were on our drive this weekend. And that one has a lot of variable answers. Yeah. And a lot of very good answers. It's been very correct so far. I did enjoy both me and friend of the show, Casey, got the same result.
I got fucking Usopp.
Because you are. I think you're less cowardly than Usopp, but you're 100% Usopp.
Whatever. No, I'm probably as cowardly
Especially
as
this arc where he's just fixing the ship and everyone keeps breaking.
And he's just like, I just fixed it.
Yeah. Who did you get, historian?
Someone named Koala.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple hundred episodes before you're
and
introduced to Koala.
It's going to be like 500 episodes till I know who the fuck
He
Rosanade is.
Shows up in episode 700. I did check.
Jesus.
It is episode 700.
When he doesn't suck.
By far one of the most universally loved.
Oh.
There you go. You are universally
Makes
loved.
sense why I'm the podcast
And
favorite.
you also eventually you're going to see his design and be
That's
like,
not true.
I love this man.
There's only one podcast favorite, and their name is the historian.
It's me.
I don't get it.
Also Sebastian. I feel like we're under Sebastian.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, we're definitely under Sebastian, which I get. I don't get us being under the historian, though.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Let's keep talking about this first episode we watched. So it's not Abe's concert. It's shit falling from Skypiea.
Yeah, Robin reforms a skull. There's craterization.
Yes, there's craterization inside
Just
of...
like a thing they do to treat tumors in the head.
Yes. Oh, man. There's a bunch of stuff that happens right before this.
There's a bunch of like is that real? Is craterization real? I can't tell. Like, Chopper will just start talking medical, and I'm like, this sounds convincing enough that it could be like Oda looked up in an encyclopedia this thing.
Well, they were saying he had it was evidence that he had a tumor removed, and that's why there was the two holes in his head, creating the craterization.
I think it was a brain vampire.
That seems like old school medicine. There's something bad. We'll just drill it out of your skull.
Do you think they're past phronology in the One Piece universe?
They still do leeches for sure.
The Robin through putting the skull back together is like, this skull has been dead for 200 years. Also, when they talk about Sky Island, Usopp and Luffy are like, let's go! And then Robin makes arms appear and shove into Luffy's mouth. And he's like, and then
she has a line where she's like, that boy's got to calm down.
She does. At one point she goes like, never doubt the log pose, which I liked. And then there was something else that happened that I need to talk about, Mike.
Okay.
While Robin is like putting this skull together and messing with this fucking dead body, Sanji just goes, any woman with an interest in dead things is okay in my book.
Yeah. Which is the cornerstone of every woman on TikTok's successful career.
True crime.
True crime, yeah.
Also, Robin deciphers that the ship that they were on was the Saint Brice from the South Blue. And I said, looks like they were giving everyone a bris down south. Am I right? South Blue, people get circumcised. What's up?
Matt, are you circumcised?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Historian?
So I know we were joking about doing the dad or bad on the filler episode, but screw that. I want you guys to go through the list and tell me who isn't circumcised.
All right, can we do both? We do dad or bad, and then also if they're circumcised.
Cut or uncut, yeah.
Cut or uncut. Oh my god! Is that something that people will enjoy? We should put Can we put that in the Discord and ask them if we should do that for the filler episode?
I'm not No, because here's the thing:
I'll
the
say
people
yes.
who will look quickly and respond are heathens, and I'm not giving them that power.
Anybody who listens to this is a heathen.
You're all
We're the dredges of the One Piece
But it's
community.
the heathens we know in real life who are in the Discord that I don't
y'all,
trust.
y'all are a bunch of nasty freaks, and we love you.
We are the fucking buggy of One Piece podcast.
Hey, also,
One wants it, but they're always there.
everybody else who listens, who's not in the Discord yet, y'all nasty too, and we love you as well.
Especially if you got this far. Holy shit, we're not even a third.
We're 25 minutes in, and we're talking about circumcisions. Skypea.
Skypea. How about all that tar that they put on their teeth in the South Blue?
Ugh, gross.
Crazy.
Nami beats up Luffy. Is like, we got to go get more information and figure out how to get in the sky before we just talk about getting into Sky Island.
It's true.
And then everyone's like, let's salvage the ship. And everyone's like, let's go salvage the ship. Let's go salvage the ship.
Luffy and Usopp during that whole thing just decided to go over to the ship, and then Luffy started to drown. But he got a map to Skypea.
Yeah.
Or of Skypea.
Very quickly, Usopp makes a bunch of like fucking aquatic suits out of barrels.
Oh my god, it's so funny. I doodled one.
Yeah, Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are all in the barrels. Luffy's barrel is a double barrel because none of his body can go underwater.
Yeah.
And then they just get fucking...
When they go under and they are like all sounding off and like, I forget what Luffy says, but Zoro's just like, yeah, there's a bunch of giant like sea snakes. And then Sanji just goes, yeah, and they're looking at me. And then that's the last communication they have with them.
That's it. Then we see Captain Masura.
Monkey. They don't chant monkey yet, but they're like, they've got symbols and they're fucking like all hyped that there's a shipwreck.
There's a on like the bow of their ship. There's like a large like monkey with symbols in its hands, which we'll come back to later.
Oh, so fucking good.
But they arrive because they are like shipwreck salvagers. And then they stop and they see the Going Merry, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" And Nami's like, "Ooh, are you all tough-looking men gonna salvage that ship?"
Which works on them because they're lonely.
It's true. It's true. And Nami is an underage girl, and they all go, "Ooh."
She's a barely legal teen, man.
Is? I thought Nami was underage.
No, she's 18. Luffy and Usopp are 17.
Oh, well.
But Robin's the only one you should be attracted to, audience.
It's true. I've seen the statistics. Most of you are between the ages of 25 and 34.
Yeah.
So statistically, Robin and Buggy are the only ones we should be trying to go for.
Statistically.
And Smoker.
And Dalton.
And Smoker.
And
Dalton.
especially Dalton, guys.
Yeah.
I want to see. What do you think Dalton looks like
What's
shirtless?
You can draw that, Mike.
Good.
I just answered my own question in my head, but I'm gonna say it out loud anyway. So like, there's like older female presenting folks are called cougars.
Yeah.
Older male presenting folks are silver foxes.
Well,
Daddies?
Daddies? Is it just daddy?
well,
Pedro Pascal?
Silver, yes. Silver foxes are specifically when guys start going gray because for some
Yeah.
reason it's attractive when men go gray, but not women. And cougars specifically are older women who go for younger men. It's not all older women. It's
help me
only
out.
it's only the ones who go for younger guys.
They the ones. Hey, everyone, give me some, I guess, daddy and mommy.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. All right. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know what I was trying to
I
say.
think we were talking about like the only characters that our
Oh, yeah,
listeners should
really?
be attracted to.
Go for the mommies.
Because they're in an appropriate age range.
Yeah.
Alvida, probably fine.
Alvida. We get Alvida sighting.
It's honestly, like, it is very refreshing to fucking watch an anime where somebody is over the age of 25. Because, like, I've been watching Trigun again. And it's like, Bash the Stampede. And it's like 23 years old. I'm like, fuck off. Just have people be, like, in their 40s. That's what I like about the Yakuza games. Fucking all just middle-aged fuckers. Like, nobody is under the age of 40 in those games.
Is it? I get. Yeah.
What?
I don't know. when we're consuming content, should we be like
Sexualizing young people?
they're just sexualizing anyone?
They're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna do it.
Everybody's gonna do it.
I'm gonna be totally honest. I like asexual media a lot more,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that about One Piece is that it's a very not horny show so far.
Except for Sanji, but yeah.
Except for Sanji, but he's like turned by things that aren't sexy. Just by
like Robin with a skull.
he can like sense an ovary and just loses his shit.
Yeah.
Like that's all it takes.
Yeah.
So I just appreciate that.
That is one thing I do appreciate about One Piece as well. One being that Luffy is probably the least sexual character to ever exist.
Mm-hmm.
And two, they don't, like, a lot of, I guess, artists or people like creating series will get kind of weird and feed into the ships, the relationships that the audience wants. Oda can't be fucked to do that.
Yeah.
He
There's, like,
literally
some-
says, he's like, just do whatever you want, you little freaks.
Yeah.
And
There's
it
like some
doesn't
male
affect how
gaze
he
stuff
writes.
in the show for sure.
Yeah.
But I know I joked about like climbing Smoker and letting him have his way with me, but like I don't actually want to fuck Smoker.
Yeah.
He's a cartoon character. It's fine. It's fine if you want to fuck a cartoon character.
Is it?
I'm not going to yuck your yums.
Is it bad that we talk so much about that? Should we
I think
not
it's just,
talk about that?
I
so
think
much?
it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not hurting anybody.
Hey, everybody, if you think that's problematic, let us know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's problematic, but hey, sorry.
Who knows?
I've had like a couple sips of plum wine, so now I'm like feeling introspective, and I'm like, should we take this podcast in a new direction? I don't.
All
think
right.
so.
And rest of the show, no sex.
All right, no sex.
No sex.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. I got a lot going on here.
I literally have the word buff boys. That's my next note.
Monsters
so
pirates are beat up, and they're like, "Hey, someone's down there already. Who beat up our guy? We gotta take care of it." Not knowing, it's just like Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro down there.
Zoro brought his swords down.
Hell yeah!
Why would he?
Fuck some shit up?
Why would he do that?
Because he doesn't go anywhere
There's
without
so
his
much
sword.
salt.
3-sword style.
This is salt water though. It's gonna like destroy his swords.
They're gonna be fine.
I don't know.
They're gonna be fine.
They do the monkey chant here. Like I guess they have their
Monkey,
whole
monkey.
like device that like claws into the ship,
The cradle.
and then Mashiro like blows air bubbles into the ship to lift it up, and then they send down their figurehead monkey with cymbals.
Yeah, and he claps
And they're-
onto the cradle.
Yeah, and the entire time, the entire crew is just going monkey, monkey, monkey,
Yes,
which I am so for.
it's very good. So then, the Straw Hats, Zoro, Sanji, Luffy down there end up like fighting the monster of pirates who are down under the water. So then Monster himself jumps
He
down,
just dives down to save his dudes.
and at this point it was like, well, he can swim, so he doesn't have a devil fruit. He's
Yeah.
just a big old boy.
Yeah, and I'm still confused whether he's a monkey or if he's a man.
I don't know. He's referred
Who
to
is like-
as a monkey by characters.
But he might just be like a caricature from the 1700s.
He might be. It's problematic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's not presenting as such, but
he swims down. Straw Hats are actually out of their suits down in the water because of the air that was pumped down. And it's like completely fine. So like Sanji, Luffy, Zoro are like out. They open up a treasure chest and there's a feather inside.
I thought that was going to be significant.
I thought it was too, but apparently not.
No. Weird.
Then Masura gets down there and he's like breaks into the ship and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And then they just end up like making jokes.
Luffy's just
and,
chill
like,
with him.
Yeah, Luffy and them are just like making jokes with Masura, and then they're just like, "Oh, you got makeup on, dude." Ha. And
yeah,
then,
and Monster's like, doesn't it look good? And he's like, yeah, I guess.
yeah, they're like, "Yeah, it kind of does." And then all of a sudden, a giant turtle appears
And eats the ship.
and eats the ship that they are in. End of episode.
And we're just gonna slide right into the next one. Not sexually.
Episode
145, titled "I Sure Hope Buggy is in this one."
Yeah. Everyone's freaking out, and Robin's like,
Okay.
"Well, our boys just got eaten by a giant turtle."
Background MVP is the octopus. I'm gonna talk about the octopus.
In a sexual way?
No. And like, this is the most fucked up and quick Sanji has ever been.
Let's go. The giant turtle that is next to their ship starts pulling. It ate the ship that was being salvaged. So Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, and Masura are all inside of it, and their air hoses from their aquatic gear are basically acting as like a leash from the giant turtle's head to both the Straw Hats pirate ship and the Masura pirates ship.
And the
He
Masura
starts swimming.
Masura pirate ship is like 20 times bigger than the Going Merry.
Yeah, and the giant sea turtle is
Like the Going Merry is the size of its tooth or something.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. Turtle starts pulling, and Robin's like, better cut those hoses. And then Nami's like, cut the hoses. And then
I like that. Was it the coward trio?
Yeah,
Chopper, Usopp, and Nami are all just like, we should like freaking out. But then the Mashiro pirates are just like, we have to save our captain.
Yeah. And then Nami's like, cut the hoses. And then and then all of a sudden the entire world goes dark.
Yeah.
And then Luffy ends up getting tossed onto the ship from the water, and Sanji and Zoro like leap from the water into the air and land on the ship. And they're like, let's fucking go.
Yeah. Like, that was crazy. We fought a monkey man down there.
And they're like, we gotta get out of here. And they're like, we gotta get rid of the turtle. And then
it's like, you got eaten by a turtle. And they're like, we got eaten by what?
They're like, what turtle? And then Masura lands on the ship, and he's like, hey, you guys stole my treasure, because they had treasure with them when they threw Luffy on the ship. And then they cut the air hoses, and then just behind the turtle, towering into the sky, are giant.
We see in the beauty of awful CG.
Yeah,
we see an awful CG Going Merry.
It's terrible.
It hasn't happened since Drum Island.
Terrible. We see giant shadowy water dudes
with like wings.
And
spears
towering out of the sky above them, like humongous, world giant beings.
The turtle is so big that the Going Merry is like barely the size of a tooth, and then these things are like so big compared to this turtle that they are like normal sized turtle, like people to a normal sized turtle.
Humongous. At first I thought it was Laboon, and I got really excited. It was not. So then immediately everyone screams, sea monsters, including the giant turtle screaming.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like cutting to everyone's face, and then it cuts to the sea turtle's face, like, ah!
Yeah.
And then
the Straw Hats just book it.
Yeah, it just cuts to all of them like aggressively paddling the oars of the Merry, just like, ah! As they're all screaming and just shooting off into the distance.
Yep.
And then they're like, they get a distance away, and they're recapping the horrors of their day, of like everything that happened.
Yeah, everyone's like, what an awful day. And then it cuts to Mashiro. It's just like, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, the crazy day. Like, Monster is just like, here I am. Man, that was a crazy day, guys. And then Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy just kick him into the sky.
Yeah.
That's great.
I want him to be an official Straw Hat. I like him a lot.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It seems like we're going on into the route of friendship by the end of these episodes.
It's true. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll see more Mushroom. I thought this was all filler. Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
They check out the loot that they got, which is all just like a bunch of random stuff, like some armor that Luffy's got that he's like parading around in.
Yep. Nami crushes that armor because she's so mad.
Yep. Which is crazy. She's the most powerful person.
She's very powerful in regards to cash.
It's like Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are stronger than most people, but Nami will always be stronger than them.
When she wants to be.
Like, she can't beat... Like, she wouldn't be able to beat Crocodile, but she can beat Luffy, who beat Crocodile.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Because it's not... when she, like, beats them the fuck up, it's not in a fight.
Yeah.
It's elsewhere.
Pippa. Show off the loot. Nami's pissed.
Robin's like, hey, everyone, chill out. I stole this eternal pose from the monkey pirates.
Oh, yeah. Like, Nami, storms off, and Robin gives it to her, and she's like, you're the only one I can depend on.
Yeah. She's like, here's this eternal pose. It goes to Jaya. And then they basically go back and forth for like 10 minutes where Luffy's like, let's go to Jaya. And they're like, what about Sky Island? He's like, let's go to Sky Island. And then they're like, we're going to Jaya. And he's like, let's go to Jaya.
So between this, there's like a point where Nami's like, all you got is this like fucked up looking octopus. And then like Luffy at one point is in the background. He's like, let's eat this octopus for dinner. It shows Luffy. He says that. They cut to the Nami Robin exchange, and I think it cuts back, and he's eating takoyaki, which is just like octopus meat in a fried ball. Yeah. they all just have prepared. So Sanji cooked that
Yeah.
in like 5 seconds.
He's a wizard in the kitchen.
He also talks about using seagull feathers as a garnish later.
He
Horrifying man.
That all happens, and then we cut over to an island with a skull-looking cave. And everybody, we're resetting the Buggy Watch because the clock set that clock back to 0. We got Buggy the clown is back, and he's got new makeup, and he looks great.
He is
0 days since our last Buggy.
0 days since our
0
last Buggy
days.
Watch.
We
Let's
got Buggy
go.
with Mountain Dew flavored makeup.
Let's fucking go.
They're exploring some tunnels, and some miners show up, and I don't know the significance of this, but then like Buggy's like, oh, I guess I'm mining. And then he does that, and then he's like, wait, I'm not mining, and then blows them up, and then they leave.
Also, I never answered this. We just talked about Clown College for a while. I think I think Buggy is technically a white-face clown, which sounds bad for me to say it, but that's like what it's called. He does have a lot of like extra eye makeup, like extra eye color, but I think that's to accentuate his light and love in this world.
That's the most cultish thing you've ever said.
Top of the clown food chain, though.
Buggy, 100% top of the clown.
For sure. Anyway, Buggy's there. They're looking for some guy named Captain John's treasure. This is whatever. All that shit happens. They're in a mine. Whatever the fuck. They get back.
They go back to their ship. We see Richie. We see the guy who sits on Richie. I can't remember his name.
His name is Moji.
Sorry,
and he
Moji.
looks so fucked up. Did you see his fucking face?
He hasn't had a haircut in like forever.
Did you see his but he's like, the way he is drawn, it's like someone tried to actually draw a human face compared to everyone else who's like a fucking cartoon character. He is like, it's like he's like handsome fucking Squidward on the fucking Buggy Clown Pirates. Like, it's terrifying.
I think I said it before, but he looks exactly like a character from the cartoon Mission Hill.
I was like, what the fuck is going on with Moji's face?
Because the other dude looks exactly the same.
Yeah, he didn't look like that before. He looked completely different before.
Listen, he's been through some shit. He's been through some fucking shit. You saw how bad they got beat last night. They're like, oh, we should go after the Straw Hats because they're close by. And Buggy's like, no. We're going to fatten them up first, and then I'm going to have the biggest bounty on the Grand Line.
Yep.
And then Ace is there.
Yeah, Ace just
out of fucking nowhere.
Ace appears on the ship, and he's like, couldn't resist these delicious aromas of the feast on your ship.
Was this Oda just being like, well, it's a new arc. Let's bring back everybody.
Let's just bring back everybody for at least a couple
who's
episodes.
important? Okay, this group.
It's great. Ace starts talking while chomping on some meat, and then immediately passes out
Narcoleptic.
halfway through his food. And then everyone's like, let's just kill this guy. And Buggy's like,
Absolutely not.
absolutely not. Whitebeard is the strongest pirate alive and the closest pirate to achieving the finding of the One Piece. If we were to kill Ace, Whitebeard would come after us with the fury of a thunderstorm.
Buggy says, never fuck with Whitebeard.
Yes. And so everyone's like, okay. And then Ace wakes up.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's party.
Yeah, and Buggy's like, commence partying. And everybody fucking parties.
And that's it. That's all we get from Buggy.
Did I say my background MVP was Octopus?
Yes.
I feel so fucking bad for that. I was like, I like Octopus. Octopus immediately. Octopus is the first character I'm convinced died. Octopus is the first confirmed absolute death.
What about the guy who got a circumcision that Robin was dissecting and putting his brain back together?
Oh, well, he showed up as a skeleton.
That's fair.
He didn't die.
That's fair.
He's just dead.
Fair enough.
We don't know that he didn't eat the skeleton fruit.
It's we get back to the
Wait,
ship.
isn't there a skeleton man later?
Is there?
Did he eat the skeleton fruit? Oh, we predicted it. We got it.
We got it. We got it. Let's go. Is
Yeah.
it the animate fruit?
The reanimate
fruit?
Is it the Necronomicon fruit?
The
No.
Klaatu Barada Niktu fruit?
Don't say those words.
I said it. Bring on the Deadites, baby. I got a generator in the basement.
Have you put gas in that generator?
Nope, it's dead. We bought it for power outages.
That's what I thought.
holds a gallon of gas, and I don't have a gallon of gas in it, so it's just a engine sitting on the ground. Yep.
What were you gonna say, historian?
There is a skeleton character later on. No, he did. Why is Matt deep throating the mic?
I was having a
No, he
time.
did not eat the skeleton fruit.
Okay.
But
Allegedly.
other things you said were dangerously in line with something else.
Let's go.
Oh.
Hey. We get to the end of the episode. Nami says key to going to Skypiea is on Jaya. And how does she know? I don't fucking know, but she says it really convincingly. So we all acknowledge that she's correct. And then that's the end of the episode.
It says to be continued, and then it plays a little Robin outro, and then it tells you exactly what's going to happen. And then, why is this a thing?
What?
The like, oh, next time on One Piece, you know all those mysteries you were wondering about this time? Guess what? Next time, here's how they all get solved.
I never watched that. I skip it.
I skip it too, but like sometimes like I like forget to, and I'm just like, why did you just tell me everything? It's like watching a trailer that has too much information.
When you watch it on Netflix, it automatically skips
Like
to
you
the
watch
next
it on
episode.
Netflix, you miss like a fifth of the entire screen.
Hey, I'm not here for detail. I'm here for sweeping storytelling, the overall arc. I'm getting it. It's there. Sometimes I just get someone's hand, and that's fine.
Episode 146.
46.
Grown man bullies children.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Background MVP. Bob Belcher.
Bob.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, but I love it.
I'll post it in the Discord too.
Hell yeah. Episode starts. There's some guys playing cards in a bar. The bar's name is Pub and Pies.
Is it? I think it's Pub and Pies. Look, you are getting the details, you son of a bitch.
Guys are at the Pub and Pies. They're playing cards, and some guy named Sarkis is called, and then they murder a guy. Meanwhile,
because he cheated allegedly.
Meanwhile, Chopper's on the Going Merry, and he's having a great time.
He's tanning.
He's going, oh, spring weather's the best. Looks like the seagulls like it too.
And then they get shot
and then the three seagulls flying above Chopper get shot and drop the fuck out of the sky.
Do you think the sniper guy's important?
I don't know. They show him for a moment, and then we never see him again.
Yeah, he's just like, well, I got two of them, but the third one didn't die on impact. So
I wrote a note a little later where I said they keep showing vignettes of like very like specific looking characters and then not going back
like
to them.
Like the wrestler dude?
The wrestler dude, the sniper dude, they go to the bar. I was like, who the fuck are all these people? No one has names.
It's just showing how like chaotic and like
I guess.
Yeah.
But like I don't know.
I think
because we like didn't get back to any of these people in 2 episodes.
I think friend of the show Christian mentioned to me that like after Alabasta, the like One Piece starts to just become like a world building show where they just like explore all the different characters and like stuff.
Hey, does Sniper Guy come back?
You gotta get more specific.
All I have so far is the sniper guy who shot 3 seagulls above Chopper's poor head. And he goes, huh, got him.
He's part of Mont Blanc's crew yet?
Yeah, not Mont Blanc's crew. He's part of
Bellamy?
Bellamy's crew, I think.
Oh, Bellamy's crew? Yeah. I'm trying to...
Bellamy.
I know you guys will see Bellamy again someday, but I don't believe we see any of his crew.
Interesting. No. Not even Sarkis?
Bellamy seems like such a fucking throwaway.
He does. I don't like him at all.
I saw him. I'm like, this dude is not going to matter that much past these couple episodes.
He doesn't have a lot of like interesting characteristics.
Well,
he's just like a blonde dude.
He looks like a boy's head on a man's body.
Yeah.
He looks like, I know we talked about...
he looks like Cody Rhodes.
He
that's
looks
what
like
I was going to say.
character.
He looks like Cody Rhodes.
He does.
Like, I just looked up a picture of him. He just looks like Cody Rhodes.
He does.
He's just a dude.
Hey, everyone. If you Google Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, you will say, oh, look at that. That's Bellamy, the captain of the Bellamy Pirates. Anyway, seagulls drop the fuck out of the sky. Snipers on the roof. There's a fighting wrestling champion dude on top of a roof being like, I'm going to be a champion. And then We get into Jaya Harbor, and it's filled with pirate ships.
Pirate ships. So many.
We see some guy
All
named
different animal themes.
We see some guy named Roshio the Executioner.
Mm-hmm.
We see people keep talking about a guy named Bellamy.
Yeah. A wrestler man
Yep.
fights one of the Roshio gang member pirates.
Mm-hmm. Luffy and Zoro then take off into town, and then Nami's like, "Hey, wait for me!" And she chases after them.
Sanji tries to follow them, and Usopp and Chopper are like, "No, you need to stay behind so we don't die."
Yeah. And then there's an old dude on the ground, like falling down, and then Zoro and Luffy are like, "All right, we'll help you on your horse, old guy." And they throw him up on his horse, and then his horse falls over, and so then they help the horse up, and the old man's like, "Thank you so much. Here, have an apple. Would you like to eat the apple?"
Luffy does because
he
he's
does.
Luffy, but he doesn't die because he got a good apple.
Yes.
Someone else explodes in a building nearby because he ate a bad apple.
Yep.
Maybe the point is to show how many like various pirates there are. These are also like generally bad and just
Yeah.
aggressively violent pirates.
Yeah, it's called like Ridicule Town or some shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, then the fighting wrestler dude from earlier is like, "I'm gonna be fighting champion," and then Zoro and Luffy
These
are
are like fighting champion.
yeah, Zoro and Luffy are like, "Interesting," and Nami's like, "No."
God. Oh my God. They get to the fucking hotel.
Yep.
And this dude who looks like Ernie from Bert and Ernie, like he just from far away, he's like this weird Muppet man who's just like waddling toward them and super twitchy. Shows up and asks them to leave. That's when was it Sarkis?
Yeah.
He's like a long blue hair, super tall guy with a puffy jacket and ski goggles.
Yeah, I don't know. They get into Pubs and Pie, and the bartender's like kind of giving the backstory about Jaya. And then a guy comes up to the bar, and he's a big old fella.
Yeah. Oh, they mention the Sarkis throws money at Luffy, which pisses Nami off a lot.
Yeah,
That seems important because that starts to like set them off.
Yes. At the bar, then the big heavy guy, who Mike had a theory about this big fella.
So Matt and I, a while back, played a game called Shonen. What the fuck was it called? Shonen Jump All Stars or something?
Shonen
Jump Force.
Jump Force.
Yeah.
Jump Force, where a bunch of terrifying, realistically rendered anime people beat each other up.
Yes.
And I remember Blackbeard was one of them. Blackbeard kind of looked like this dude.
He looks like this dude.
So
He's
I
a big
think this is
fellow.
Blackbeard.
Mike thinks it's Blackbeard. I'm not fully convinced, but
Yeah.
I could be convinced
Yeah.
that this man is Blackbeard.
I just remember because he seemed so much more fucked up than everybody else.
He seemed
But
really
here,
fun. He
I
was
like
really
him
fun.
a lot.
He seemed like a nice guy, that whoever this big fucked up man is.
When he's rendered in the art style he's supposed to be rendered in,
Yeah.
he's not scary.
He's
Goku,
meant to exist in 2 dimensions.
Google Jump Force because it's the scariest Goku will ever be.
It's pretty scary. And Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh my God.
Yugi-Moto from Yu-Gi-Oh. But yeah, there's a big man who we think might be Blackbeard. He's probably not, but maybe. He's at the bar, and he's like, the food here's, and he's like, the food here's terrible, and the drinks is terrible. And
He likes the cherry pie.
He likes the
Luffy
cherry
doesn't
pie.
like the cherry
Luffy
pie.
doesn't like the cherry pie, but they have opposite opinions, Luffy and this guy, and they're just
Yeah.
like yelling back and forth at each other. And then they're like, "We should fight." And then, someone's saying that Luffy's bounty is Sarkis comes back into the bar.
Yeah.
I think, or is it Bellamy?
I think at this point, like, doesn't Blackbeard leave before this?
Or
Or not Blackbeard?
Not Blackbeard.
Big dude.
Big dude leaves, and then the whole Bellamy crew is like in the bar, and then I think Bellamy comes in. Is it Bellamy or whatever?
I think
Someone.
Bellamy comes in first and sits down next
Yeah.
to Luffy where Big Dude was.
Yes. And then he starts talking about Luffy's bounty, and he's like, I had to come and see that who was worth 30 million berries, but Luffy's fucking bounty now is 100 million berries.
So they just don't have updated.
I guess they don't have updated fucking wanted posters, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, fucking, he's worth way more money now.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, they didn't even have a wanted poster for Zoro.
that's true. And then Luffy says, how come everyone I meet in this town is so tall?
Yeah. How come it's a good observation because I don't think we've dealt with it, but I've noticed in One Piece there's just like the crew who's normal sized humans and then everybody else who's fucking big.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's so huge.
They're large.
It's weird. Like I feel like it had like Crocodile was the first one. Crocodile was like really big. Or
Arlong was pretty
Arlong was big, but Arlong's like a crazy fish man.
Yeah.
Historian.
Clawhador was big.
He was like a tall human. I don't know.
The villains just kind of keep getting larger, guys.
Is it
I
like
want you to be prepared for that.
Is it like a Dark
In
Souls
more
boss
in
thing
more
where
wa-
like for balancing reasons they have to make the bosses bigger than a normal human so Luffy can see them?
I think it's partially that, and also like One Piece, because it is like so fantastical and grand. It's just like no, the people just keep getting more evil and physically larger, and like with more and more wild capabilities with each arc.
Is it the smaller a person is, the better a person they are?
No, not necessarily. You get a lot of
Bad small people?
beefy.
Oh, beefy.
I'm gonna say beefy good guys.
Okay.
Beefy boy.
Maybe it's an
But
ego thing.
there are like humans that are just for no reason 10 feet tall.
Okay.
But there also is, a race of giants. And there's all these other, there's
Oh, so maybe there's like some
fishmen
like just in the past somebody fucked a giant in their bloodline and
yeah.
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna
So
happen. Sometimes
There's people of all shapes, sizes, and everything else in between.
Yeah. Sarkis pulls out a big knife, and then Zoro's like, "Time to go to work."
Yeah, like a big boomerang cokery.
Then Bellamy gives Luffy a drink, but then smashes him into the bar.
Yep.
Zoro holds up his sword to Bellamy, but then Luffy's like, "I'm ready to fight." But before their fight starts, Nami starts asking about Sky Island, and then all the
Everybody
pirates laugh. And
What an idiot! He thinks there's this guy. Oh my god.
yeah. And then Bellamy says something like, being like, "Oh, fucking, you don't even know about like some sort of fucking currents or whatever that launch ships into the sky."
Knock-up stream.
Yeah, like a
It's
bunch
like,
of
that's
fucking.
all it is. It's just a stream that knocks people up. It's like, motherfucker, we saw a giant turtle,
Yeah.
and giant angel people. This kid can rubber his. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
It's such a weird. Like people on the fucking Grand Line are so not clued into anything.
They are not. Well, I think there's like the people. It's like they don't leave their hometown.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Bellamy pirates are Bellamy pirates, but like they don't fucking leave this island, so they don't have any sort of like concept of like the fucking world around them.
Yeah.
Bellamy then says like dreams are dumb and worthless, and he punches Luffy down again. And Luffy at this point just stays down.
Yeah, and he tells Zoro not to fight.
Yeah, and then Nami like changes her mind about not wanting to fight, and she's like, "Luffy, Zoro, what are you fighting?" And Luffy's like, "Zoro, no matter what happens, don't fight back."
Yeah.
That's the end of the episode.
That's the end of the episode. What was I gonna say? They kept mentioning the new era, the new pirate era, which we find out, I guess, a little bit more. I guess it's like an era where pirates aren't looking for treasure or something, which
Which I think is dumb. I don't know if that's like an actual official thing. I feel like it might just be like something that they're saying as pirates,
yeah,
or at least the pirates on this island are saying, because obviously the places they have been beforehand, there are pirates doing things still.
yeah. I guess it's like, I don't know. These dudes all seem like traditional pirates, where they're just like a bunch of shitheads who are in it for the money and like fame.
Yeah,
Whereas like Luffy's just in it because he wants to go on fun adventures
and become the king of the pirates and find the One Piece.
and become king of the pirate. Because it's just like, oh, that's the thing to do.
Yeah,
But like he's not in a rush to do it.
no,
He's
like,
just
I'll
like,
get there.
there's a fucking island in the sky. That's my top priority now.
Yeah. Episode
147. I didn't have a clever title. I just wrote Luffy as a pacifist for some reason. I had a lot of confusion about this choice.
I said back at the pub and pies.
That's better. That's better.
I also had a lot of confusion about this choice.
Yeah. So Bellamy and his crew beat the crap out of Luffy and Zoro, like super fucked up. Ski Freak Zarkis tries to buy Nami, and she's not having it, and then she drags the boys out. So they go back to Pie Man, the big Pie Man, who I think is Blackbeard, and he talks about how the Bellamy pirates and them are dumb.
Yep.
And that they think there's like a new pirate era, and they're not going to go after treasure, which is stupid.
Yeah.
So like he seems to believe in the heart of adventure. And he seems to like really vibe with Luffy, and he's like, this kid gets it. You won that fight back there because you didn't fight.
Yeah. And he says like the dreams of pirates will never end.
Which is like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so out of character for and Historian. Maybe you have insight on this. I don't understand why Luffy and Zoro didn't beat the shit out of these guys, because they deserved it, and it wouldn't have affected the Straw Hats. They would have just been like, no, don't be dickheads. Like, you guys are being mean.
Yeah.
But I guess they were just being mean to the Straw Hats and not somebody else, which is usually what sets Luffy off.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was going to set him off when they were like, we're going to buy Nami. And I was like, oh, this is the part where Luffy destroys these people.
Yeah.
I mean, one, Jaya isn't over.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I mean, that usually seems to be the MO for Luffy. It's just like he does not give a single fuck.
He literally
what
like
people
earlier
think about him.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't really care. But if someone comes to him and is like, "Hey, I have this problem. Someone was mean to me," then he kicks it into gear.
It was just interesting that other pirate dude who Mike thinks is Blackbeard was like, "You guys won that fight. Like, good job." And like, I guess it's interesting because it's like he sees the Bellamy pirates as like not worth the time and effort.
Yeah.
Because like he's like, they don't believe in dreams. Like all they care about is like some dumb shit. They're not real pirates. So like you won the fight by not even bothering to fight them.
Yeah, you're not giving them the time of day to prove yourself.
Which I guess makes sense, but it's also like you still get the shit beat out of you.
No, it's like there's an episode of Gravity Falls that did it best, where there's like a shitty rich character who like is making, what was it, Dipper and Mabel? Pacifica. She's making Mabel feel bad, and then Mabel's like, you know what? Revenge isn't the correct thing to do. And Dipper's like, no, fuck that, and runs and like tells her that her like ancestor was like an idiot or something. And then he's like, man, people are so wrong. Revenge feels great. Like, that's like, it just seems like that would be Luffy's mentality.
Yeah.
But yeah, it also feels like they needed to have them interact with this character, but they couldn't have Luffy beat him already, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I
don't know. He says he's like, the so-called pirates in this place are fights just not worth fighting.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Also, he leaves and then and like I don't remember who says it. Luffy's like, he was a nice guy, and then someone says they, not he. And I was like, is he the first non-binary pirate we introduce here?
I think they were talking about the like,
why do you call him they?
Multiple. Because it's not like, I think he was saying like, oh, it's not just him. He's got a crew.
Oh.
Yeah. That's, I don't think that was
I thought Oda was being like way ahead of his time in regards to acknowledging people's...
This is still the early 2000s.
Yeah,
this was written.
Sorry, I don't know.
Very early. No, it was not.
I'm surprised one of the Straw Hats hasn't dropped an R-bomb.
Ugh. Ugh.
You know someone had to explain to Zoro why the F-slur's a bad thing.
That's like, I don't know, like...
That's terrible.
Johnny called me that all the time.
It's like, Zoro.
It seems fine.
Zoro, stop.
You can't keep calling Sanji that. Well, he is.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
No, that was not meant as like a gender confirming moment.
Whatever.
It was, no. There are characters later on who will be presented as, gender fluid and non-binary and trans and everything else.
Yeah, we
got
got
cool.
we got Bon Clay.
Yeah, you got Bon Clay.
Yeah. Hey, back on the Going Merry. Usopp's fixing the ship.
Yeah, and he makes some funny faces, and Chopper is so fucking into it.
Yeah.
Like, Chopper's...
He's all about it.
Like, to the point in the next episode, Chopper's recreating those faces because he was just so pumped by them.
And we see a pirate ship in the distance.
Yup.
At this point, I thought it was the Mossra pirates. But it's not.
It was. They see the Mossra pirates at first, and then they go into port. But then later, they bump into the other pirates.
The
So
Shoujo pirates.
At this point, they see the Mossra pirates come into port.
Yes.
So you're right. It was them. And this is while they're fixing the Going Merry, which is in fucking awful shape. It is just like a bunch of planks.
Yeah. Luffy, Zoro, and Nami get back, and Nami's still pissed at them for not fighting back.
Fucking Sanji's like, I'm gonna go check on the seagull stew. Maybe I can garnish it with feathers.
And then Robin
Fucking Christ.
Robin reappears and she's like, "Oh hey, just did some shopping, got some info about Sky Island." It's like, "Oh, okay, thanks for."
She's wearing her fucking pleather purple outfit.
She's looking great. She's looking so good with the best hat I've ever seen. Best hat I've ever seen.
Really like Robin. Robin is great. Robin is like just
like Robin.
Such a good equalizer to the rest of the crew, where she's just like, these fucking children need to chill out. I'm gonna just be here to stabilize things. But her clothing taste sure does look like a 28-year-old trying to relive their long lost teenage years.
What do you think about that, historian?
I'm not wrong.
I think that it's a very divided country in regards to how Robin dresses.
Yeah, it's fine. People are allowed to be wrong. I like Robin.
People are allowed
sure there's
to be
going to be
right
a time skip
too,
where
Mike.
she accepts that she's like in her 30s or whatever and needs to dress like a human and not a fucking
I think she dresses great.
Las Vegas sideshow girl.
I think she dresses great.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what you think of Robin's upcoming outfits as the series continues.
I like Robin's outfits a lot. Some days she dresses up and wears a lot of like purple leather and her cowboy hat. And then other times she wears just comfortable slacks and a Hawaiian shirt.
Floral
And I
Hawaiian
think
shirt
it's
Robin
great.
is like way up here. I'm putting my hand like as tall as I can go, and fucking pleather purple Robin's way down here.
I think they both have their moments.
I want a line where Usopp's like, Robin, why do you wear that? And then she really thinks about it.
That's a bold statement coming from a grown man in overalls.
But that fucking dude pulls it off in a way she cannot pull off pleather purple.
I want to see Usopp say, "Hey, Robin, can I try on your outfit?" And then they switch outfits. I think that'd be fun. You
That
should
would
draw
be
that.
fun.
You should draw that.
Sanji might have the best sense of style out of everyone because he just wears a suit.
Sanji is
No, actually, take
fucking
it back.
great.
Luffy's got the best style because that motherfucker rocks the jorts.
Jorts and
He's living the
flip-flops,
comfortable life. He's Gen Z before Gen Z knew what Gen Z was.
No, Chopper's got the best outfit. He wears a top hat and shorts, and that's it.
He's living the fucking life.
Yes. Anyway, fucking Robin's like, got this info. Apparently, a guy named Mont Blanc Cricket lives on the other side of Jaya, and he's isolated because he talked about his dreams too much. And then at that moment, I was like, "Oh, I bet it's that dude from earlier who didn't like the cherry pies," but it wasn't. It's a different guy. Meanwhile, the shoujo pirates show up and they're using echolocation to find fish and other shit. And then Shoujo, who looks just like Masura, except
doesn't look anything like
Shoujo has a long green
He's
ponytail.
also just a monkey man.
He's a monkey man.
But I forget what type of monkey he is.
He's like, "Hello, I want to be a warlord of the sea.
He's whatever type of monkey that
I haven't had a haircut in 25 years."
the big main monkey in the Jungle Book is.
Yeah. It's not King.
Not King Julian.
Not King Julian, not King DDD. His name's not Bagheera.
Ooh, I want to be just like you.
Who's the name of the head of the ape kingdom in Jungle Book? It's not King Julian.
Oh my God, no, that's
We know.
Madagascar.
Hey everyone.
It's oh my God, why is this?
We
it's King Louis.
King
baby.
Louis. King Louis, baby.
Ooh.
Ooh. I want.
No,
Ooh.
Matt fucked it up.
No, I'm gonna do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, sorry. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, woo. I want to be just like.
Was I supposed to sing with you?
I want to be just like you. Ooh, woo. I want to talk. Ooh, woo.
Hold on. If you're making
Dress
this,
Walk,
like-
woo, woo. Like you. Woo, woo.
hold on,
Dressed like Robin too, woo woo.
you gotta do it right. You gotta do this, Christopher Walken.
Oh, whoa.
Oh no, he's bringing it up. Oh God.
Oh, whoa. I want to be just like you, woo woo. This is just sounding like Brooklyn Sanji. I want to talk like you, woo woo. Walk like ooh woo you. That's true, woo woo.
Always comes back to Brooklyn Sanji.
Hey, oh woo. It's me, Sanji. I want to touch the hiney. Ooh woo woo.
I don't even know if he does.
Which one?
Hey there, Robin. Step on my throat.
Oh woo.
I'm walking here.
Sorry, everyone. That was a beautiful tangent. I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Sojo pirates, they use undersea sonar.
Yeah, it's fine.
Background MVP were all the like sonar gimp suit guys who get just tossed underwater and have to hold their breath.
We learned that Shoujo and Masura are brothers.
Brothers.
And Shoujo's screaming into a microphone and making sound waves.
And he talks about how he's doing that shit. They meet up with the Straw Hats.
Yep.
And he talks about how Crocodile's out and he wants in. He's going to be a warlord.
Yeah.
But then drops that whole thing immediately.
Yeah, and then just starts screaming in a microphone, and the sound waves are like destroying his ship and the Mary, so then the Mary races off to escape the audible destruction.
Yep.
Back at the pub and pies, they're telling stories about Robin asking about Mont Blanc cricket, and Bellamy says, "Interesting. I want to know more about him. My name's Bellamy." And that's the end of the episode.
I'm a D-tier villain.
I'm a D-tier villain.
That
You'll never
17-year-old boy's gonna look at me the wrong way, and I'm gonna crumple like a fucking stack of dry spaghetti.
I'm gonna get dropped like a stack of dimes.
I like.
They're gonna what? Gonna drop me on that stack of dimes I call a neck.
I'm gonna get crunched like a pack of clam crackers under a big steel toe boot. Do you like our analogies that don't exist?
Yeah. I'm gonna crack you like a glow stick, or they're gonna crack me like a glow stick.
Somebody's gonna get cracked.
Somebody's going to.
Is this an illegally obtained video game? Because somebody's gonna crack me.
Someone's gonna bash me over their knee like a bag of ice from the grocery store.
Somebody's gonna stomp on me like a stick you found in the woods that you want to use to make s'mores.
Someone's gonna throw me on the ground like those little popper things that make the tiny little pop sound when you throw it on the ground on the 4th of July.
Somebody's gonna crack me on the side of a ship like you would a wine bottle.
Someone's going to break my back like they break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Somebody's gonna somebody's gonna crush me like they're committing a war crime. No,
someone's gonna suck me down like a frozen juice pop in the summertime.
No, we said no sex.
Frozen.
Episode 148. El Dorado's a really good movie.
It is.
That's the title.
Yep. Everyone's fixing the ship again.
Fucking love Elton John.
He writes.
I went to a bar and there was a. I'll save it for the. I'm gonna save that story. Yeah, I've got a story about Madonna that I'm gonna share for the filler episode.
Hell yeah. Zora says we need a new ship because everyone's fixing the old one, and then Luffy's just breaking the ship.
Oh, the background MVP for this was the fish tacos I ate that Matt bought me.
Oh hell yeah! You're welcome. Do you want any more of this?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, you can finish it. I have to drive home.
I'll give you that much.
Okay. Well, we meet Mont Blanc. Something about Mont Blanc.
They make it around to
they're going
the
to meet
island,
with him.
and they see a fake palace that's covering
cardboard
Cricket's
stand.
actual home. I'm calling him Cricket instead of Mont Blanc Cricket because it's just easier to say Cricket. We find out that Sanji was born in the North Blue.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I was born where that book was writ.
Yeah, they find a book behind Cricket's fake palace home, and Sanji's like, I was born there. Wow.
Is this going to be the most guaranteed get on the bingo board
What?
is the Sanji 4 Kids
For
stuff
sure.
was?
Yes, absolutely.
It's so good.
Mont Blanc Noland. We learned that Mont Blanc Noland was a huge storyteller back in the North Blue. He was a king.
No, he wasn't a king. He
many
worked
years
for a
ago.
king.
I thought he was a king.
No, I
oh
think
no, sorry. Noland, his king, and 2,000
Yeah.
soldiers set out on an adventure on a ship to find the city of gold. Noland, the king, and 100 soldiers made it back from that adventure with no treasure because apparently the city of gold sank into the sea. And then the king sentenced Noland to death for being a liar.
Yep. Sanji or Usopp relates.
Yep. And we learn that Mont Blanc Cricket is the descendant of Mont Blanc Noland 400 years after him.
And then, Luffy's drowning.
Oh, shit! He was like, there's bubbles in the water. So he
so-
starts drowning.
Luffy's drowned so much.
And then all of a sudden a dude appears launching himself out of the water and he's got a little acorn on his head. And he whips out a gun and he tries to shoot Sanji and he misses.
Yeah, they like have a fight and then he pulls a gun out point blank to Sanji's head and Sanji dodges the bullet. Like he doesn't. I mean, he misses because Sanji dodges the bullet, which is insane.
Yeah.
Again, does Zoro feel bad that he spends his entire life training?
Hey,
And Sanji has no problem keeping pace.
what the fuck do you think Sanji's doing in the kitchen?
Cooking?
But that, did you see the Karate Kid?
Yeah.
It's like wax on, wax off. Like it's not actual training, but it is
But he
training.
cooks with his hands.
Does he?
Yeah.
Have we seen Sanji cook?
Yes.
Have we?
Yes.
Have we really
Multiple
seen,
times.
Have we really seen Sanji cook? Have we? Maybe he cooks with
Does-
his feet.
I thought the reason he used his feet to fight was because he didn't want to use the things he cooks with. Wasn't that the whole point of it? Yeah, the historian
Well,
nodded.
maybe while he's cooking, he's training with his feet. You can't say I'm wrong because you don't know. Anyway,
Just
that-
on one of those little Pilates swivel boards the entire time he's cooking.
just like. Anyway, Mont Blanc Cricket, spoilers, jumps out of the water. He fights. He pulls a gun. Sanji gets out of the way, and then all of a sudden, Mont Blanc Cricket's like, "That was a good fight." Oh no, my stomach! Oh fuck, my stomach's all so fucked up.
Yeah, Sanji used too small a slice because he had a big mud pie.
Yep. Then we cut to later, and Chopper's like taking care of Mont Blanc Cricket.
He's got Kaisen disease.
And he says he's got a disease, and it's basically he just has like permanent bends from like going diving all the time.
He wakes up and he's like, I got the bend.
I got the bends again. I've had the bends for 200 years. Sorry, 10 years. Anyway, and then Luffy just turns like straight to the camera and goes, "So it's a mystery disease."
Chopper explains it in detail.
And then he just goes
Like bubbles in the blood and all this like shit.
And then Luffy, "So it's a mystery disease."
Mashiro and Shoujo are shown in like a picture with him. They show up because they're the Sarayuma Alliance of Jaya.
Yes.
Cricket talks a bunch about his family history. I don't know if you have like a bunch of details on this. But
Basically, he's like his grandfather's grandfather's grandfather was the guy Noland, and the Noland family was driven out of the North Blue. Noland's last words were, "He's notorious to tell the truth." No, his last words were, "I can only assume the city of gold had sunken into the sea." And basically, Usopp's like, "Oh, I get it now. Cricket, Mont Blanc, you must be diving for the city of gold so that you can like reclaim your family's name and prove that they're not liars." And then the dude gets super mad and shoots a gun at Usopp and goes, "That's not why I'm doing what I'm doing." And then he explains this whole thing where like he left home to get away from the family name. He became a pirate, gathered a crew, and then 10 years ago, his crew found Jaya, and he was like, oh, it's my destiny to be here. I'm going to dive every day to try to find the city of gold, but not to clear my family's name just because it's my destiny.
Yeah.
But like it seems like that's kind of what he's doing for his destiny is to clear his family's name.
It's just a whole thing. We're not going to think about him in like 5 episodes.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, that happens. They mention the Sky Island, and he laughs a little bit.
Yeah, he pulls out the logbook that Nolan wrote.
Yep.
Gives it to Nami. And it like reveals a bunch of information about Sky Island.
Also, Masaru and Shoujo are there, and
oh yeah,
and Luffy at one point, and Usopp freaks out, and then they end up being fine chatting, and then Luffy's like, "Hey, you can." He's talking to Shoujo.
Yeah.
He's like, you could kick Masaru's ass, and then
he's like, I could.
He's like, I could, and then like immediately they go outside, and then Shoujo kicks Masaru into the sky, and he's like, he was right, I can't kick his ass,
Yeah.
Which is great. Anyway,
They get some stuff about Sky Island. I spaced out during a lot of that information dump.
yeah,
But it basically like kind of confirms that Sky Island's a real thing, and it gets everybody pumped about it again.
yeah, and then like the Monkey Brothers they explain that the Monkey Brothers are like fans of the Noland family thing about the
Yeah, and they forced
City
their
of
way.
Gold. They forced into being his family, basically. Yeah. And then they're all reading Nolan's logbook that Cricket had, and is talking about how there was like a sky waver vessel that could take a single person and like fly into the sky and shit. Sanji hears something about a skyfish, and he's like, "Skyfish, you say?" And he's like all excited about cooking that. There was skyfish peeing. I don't know, skyfish peeing. And then basically, while the Straw Hats are all going over the logbook inside of Mont Blanc Cricket's home, he goes outside and talks to the Monkey Bros, and he's like, "Hey, what do you think of these Straw Hats?" And he's like, "I think we should help them get to the Sky Island."
Yep.
And then the best thing yet.
We see a mystery man in the misty sea.
Yeah.
It's
He finished drinking with Shanks and them, and
Twilight himself is back,
and
and
he's holding the wanted posters.
Yeah.
For the 100 million berry one for Luffy, and the was it 60 million berries for Zoro?
But he's like, I'm gonna go kill these kids.
He just smiles a little bit, because
I bet he doesn't kill them.
I bet he doesn't. I bet he sees him and he's like, let's party.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episodes for today's episode. We watched 5 episodes of Jaya. We have 4 episodes left. Isn't that exciting, everyone? Aren't you excited? Historian, do we have a game today?
Oh, shit, we do. Hold on, let me take that screenshot quickly. I have it pulled up.
Ooh, Taco Tuesday.
Should we do emails first?
Yeah, buy me some time.
Hey, everyone, we're going to do emails.
We got one from Lloyd Sheffield, friend of this show.
We do.
Lloyd Sheffield writes, do you guys remember when in 1998 Nico Robin threw Mankind off Hell in the Cell and he plummeted 16 feet through an announcer's table?
I remember.
Thank you, friend of the show, Lloyd Sheffield.
Thank you for that, Lloyd Sheffield. Do you remember?
Oh my God.
What?
This is the next one. There's a lot.
Do we want to save that for the filler episode?
What are we running right now?
We're at an hour 23.
Nah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
The game is in the game channel.
Okay.
The game is in the game channel.
Game
We're
is in
gonna
the
jump
game
to the game.
We're gonna jump away from the game. Thank you for your transponder, Snail.
Thank
everyone.
you. What the Brooklyn accent is this? Okay, hold on.
I would also like to thank Casey, friend of the show, for this one. I actually got lucky and I found someone made a supercut on YouTube of 1 second from every single One Piece episode. So I'm going to be pulling from that most likely, just because it makes it a little bit easier for me.
So I've got scientific methods now because I know people look different after the time skip. So I know Sanji, his eyebrows different. So this is pre-time skip Sanji, I think, yes.
So
So this is probably episode 537.
I think that's incorrect.
You
Okay, well,
fucking chode of a man.
Mike, you always guess first, and I feel like that's your downfall.
Me?
Yeah.
I guess first a lot.
No, because you always just go just under Mike, so it's closest without going over.
Last
You cheat.
week's I just did 777, I think.
Okay.
This week's episode, can I give my process of deduction?
Yeah.
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Explain Sherlock Holmes the shit out of this screenshot.
All right. So
Gotta slow
in
down
this
with the heroin.
screenshot, Sanji is popping his butt out real hard, and his left leg is in a almost a 90-degree angle. His hands are enormous, and he's making a giant heart. He also has a fun hat on. I'm not looking at any of that. I'm looking at the background. What's in the background? Some slight hills. There's some interesting looking trees where they are very, very, very tall trunks, almost straight trunks, and then trees on the top. But behind that, look at those clouds. Look at those clouds, Mike. Those clouds are on the direct horizon, so that tells me possibly that this is on Sky Island. So I'm going to say Skypea. So I'm going to say it's episode 182.
I really liked how hard you went into that deduction. None of your deduction was correct, though. That's just the way the clouds
how
are
the horizon
sitting.
line works, man.
But you are the closest. This is a screenshot from episode 211.
Let's go!
But it's not on a floating island.
But it is not on Skype.
I don't care. I won the game.
It's a bad game. We're getting rid of it.
You did the math wrong, but got the answer right. You don't get points for that.
Let's go. Are we keeping track of who wins the game?
I don't know. I'm not.
No, I have not been.
Hey, listeners out there, if someone wants to go back to every episode and find out who's winning the game, let us know.
What is? Hold on. I feel like I gotta read over this.
Bet up.
We got a big one. We got a beefy one. Everyone,
We got a big, beefy transponder snail from a friend of the show.
buckle in your pirate seat because we're going. We have the sent in at 5:05 p.m. today. Damn. The One Piece reread newsletter, issue 1.
Whoa.
Molten's One Piece reread newsletter. Yeah. Hey guys, I've decided to reread One Piece and make notes on certain things, like firsts, interesting lore, questions, and quests that I come across. I'm caught up on the North American release of the manga, but I wanted to deepen my understanding of the One Piece world through intense study.
Well,
One volume at a time, and share my findings with the Fun Piece folks with minimal spoilers. Minimal. I've created a WordPress page for these studies, and I'll share the link on the Fun Piece Discord once it's ready. I don't expect you two to read this whole thing on air. Okay? I'm going to fucking do it. But I think you guys and the historian might enjoy it. I've been meaning to do something like this for a while, but didn't get the motivation until hearing the podcast. Thanks. I got a smoker tattoo. This is not part of the email. I got a smoker tattoo this weekend.
you did. It's very good.
It's it's posted on the Discord.
You can post it on the Discord now.
It's Smoker's Jitta. I don't know. It's like the sword thing he uses with some smoke forming an S around it, because I like Smoker, and I confirmed with the historian that he does not become a piece of shit at any point.
Yet.
Friend of the show, I don't know how he's signing things, Molten Garnet, was there and took a video of me while I was getting, but he had issue 1 of the manga, and it was just filled to the brim with notations. So he's been going ham. He's got his Bible with him at all times.
We have some listeners who are currently reading the manga. So
Oh.
it's very exciting.
Yeah, I would like to read the manga someday. Can't.
My brain does a bad job processing manga because I like comic books, and I know it's the opposite, but it's hard for me to think
Oh, in the opposite direction.
the opposite direction, like right to left, top to bottom, instead of left to right, top to bottom. It's hard
like
for my brain.
Going from an Xbox controller to a Switch controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ABs are flipped. It's all fucked. Notes and lore, continuing the email. Luffy's eye scar, self-inflicted as a child, was supposed to prove that Luffy isn't afraid of pain. Speculation is actually Luffy's third eye sewn shut. But just look at the design sometime. You'll see it. It's gonna devolve it. This is gonna be the ravings of a madman. I love you.
This is. I'm pretty sure I've touched base before on like some of the just like insane One Piece theories because it's been going on so long.
About how Crocodile's Luffy's mom.
Crocodile's Luffy's mom. Because it has been going on so long, and there is stuff that like Bellamy. It's like, oh, this is a throwaway villain. It's like, no, Bellamy's gonna be back. There's so much stuff that seems throwaway that Oda makes important again, that we get to deep dive on literally any nonsensical thing included in a panel one time because it could come back to bite us.
Jesus, damn. Ben Beckman. Who is Ben Beckman?
That sounds like a made up name.
Ben Beckman claimed that every pirate must be ready to perform 4 duties. Is that like an actual pirate? Pillaging, completed by a Straw Hat later. Hostage taking, completed by Luffy when he takes Helmeppo. Heavy drinking, completed by Zoro and Nami at Whiskey Peak. Swimming, completed by Nami, Zoro, and Sanji.
I don't think you guys learn his full name. Ben Beckman, I think he's usually just called Beckman, is Shanks's first mate. He's the gentleman with like the long rifle shotgun and the gray hair.
Interesting.
Beckman.
Okay.
Names.
There are 2 main types of sea monster. Sea kings, the hostile fishy reptilian ones. Sea beasts, the more docile mammalian ones like Momu.
Laboon?
I have no idea. Laboon is a whale. I don't know if he falls in that. Well, I guess he's a mammal. Yeah, he's a sea beast.
Yeah. What's up?
Did you guys know that whales are mammals? Fucking blowing my mind over here.
Whoa.
I have
they
no
got titties.
Send in your fan art.
Do whales have titties?
I am not the marine biologist sibling.
Can you text your sister?
I'm gonna. Let me pull into my text messages. We were just talking about Mamma Mia.
I have no idea why.
Whales.
There's so much of this email that I have to get through.
I already texted her earlier asking if she could train mantis shrimp, so this isn't off base.
I have no idea. Continuing the email, I have no idea why Kushiru, Kuina's dad, would tell her that women can't be as strong as men. Maybe he just meant normal humans without weird powers and devil fruits. Either way, it makes no sense in the world of One Piece.
I have a theory on that.
To motivate her?
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Why the fuck else would he say that?
Yeah, it makes sense. He doesn't seem like a total idiot.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just a bigot. I mean, look at Zoro.
Both?
Zoro doesn't know what the F slur is. Zoro's dojo was our first glimpse of Japanese culture and architecture. Will that be important? Zoro only became a full-time bounty hunter because he couldn't find his way home, so decided to become a traveling swordsman instead. Is that fact or theory?
I think that's theory, but that's a very good theory.
That is a good one. Captain Morgan looked more like Helmeppo during the design phase. We actually got a text about this.
We did.
But became edgier as his design was solidified. Here is my speculative Morgan timeline based on the anime, manga, and SBS. Morgan joins the Navy with a normal chin and arm, but his hair looked like Helmeppo's. Morgan shaves his head at some point before being promoted to Chief Petty Officer. Chief Petty Officer Morgan has his arm and chin mutilated by Captain Kuro. Captain Kuro's imposter is handed in to the Marines by hypnotized Chief Petty Officer Morgan. Officer Morgan is promoted to Lieutenant Commander and given a new jaw and arm. He eventually became Captain Morgan and his own base, and had his own base until Luffy kicked his ass.
Hey,
So
we don't fucking talk about Clawhador.
That's just a roll in the Discord.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
You and I talk about Clawhador, but fuck Clawhador.
Clawhador
What
can
a
go
piece of
fuck
dog
off.
shit. Fuck you,
Clawhador, piece of
Clawhador.
shit. When he comes back, I'm gonna be so
What
mad.
a fucking nerd. I got glasses. I gotta push him up with the palm of my hand. What a
Hey,
what a
check
chode.
out my pussy foot. Why does he also sound like Brooklyn Sanji?
It's the only voice we can do. It's like D&D when you do an NPC. It's like, I'm just going to do the Brooklyn accent because it's the only one that's not offensive.
Pussyfoot. I ain't got a pussyfoot. I'm I got.
Clawdor.
I spilled water on my jeans. Now it looks like I peed myself. Oh, let me push my glasses up so I can see where my glass of water went.
I didn't pee myself though. It's not actually piss. It's the water. I didn't notice the cap of my water bottle was tight enough because I can't use my fingers.
I dripped melted chocolate on the front of my pants. It looks like I pooped my front.
I didn't poop my front. It's just chocolate.
Don't. That was a specific dig on one of our real life friends. Also, marine biologist's sister has answered. All I got was a thumbs down reaction on my text. Do whales have titties?
No.
And she just goes, yes, they do have boobas, big ones. They're tucked in there though.
Yeah, they got boobas.
Boobas.
Let's go. Whale boobas.
Send in your fan art. Quests. Whenever someone says they'll do something, I'm continuing to read this email. Luffy. Pay Makino the treasure tab at Party's Bar. Become the king of the pirates. Return the straw hat to Shanks. Enter the Grand Line. Complete. Add a navigator to the crew. Complete when Nami officially joins. I don't know what I guess they say they're going to do these things. Zoro. Defeat Kuina in a sword fight. Abandoned after Kuina's death. She fell down some stairs.
Alleged death.
Alleged. Become the greatest sword master in the world. Make his name known in heaven. Replaced his goal of defeating Kuina technically completed later. What?
Almost heaven. Going
West
merry.
Blue. Sky PM Mountain.
Grand Line
River. God.
We'll work on
see
it.
our listeners
We'll work on it.
disappearing.
No. They
They
love it.
Kobe, become a naval marine, capture Alvita. First, will be expanded in the WordPress version. Questions will be expanded in the WordPress version. Deaths, none. No, that's not true. That's not what he wrote. Lucky Roo shoots an unnamed mountain bandit in the head for threatening Shanks. Is that the name of that dude? Okay.
Lucky Roo.
Higuma the bear is eaten by the Sea King, Lord of the Coast, while trying to drown Luffy. Alvita bonks an unnamed Alvita pirate on the head for cleaning poorly. How do we know that guy died?
He died.
Captain Morgan cuts down an unnamed marine for mutiny. The mutiny was refusing to kill Rika. I don't think
Who's that?
Rika's the little girl, I think.
Oh, right.
Kawina trips on the stairs and dies instantly.
Allegedly.
Speculation. Sir Crocodile was a woman. He was also either Kawina or Luffy's mom. Kawina. Speculation, Luffy, Chopper, Robin, and crossed out Franklin will turn huge to fight giants in Elbaf. That's the end of the email. Do you think that Kawina and Luffy are siblings?
No.
I do now.
I don't think that... Was it Kushira?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Kushira is Luffy's...
I don't. Same mom. They are
So
both
Kushira-
crocodiles.
So Kushira
Children.
fucked Crocodile, and then Luffy's mom crucked Focodile. Crucked Focodile.
It's
wait, no,
me,
Luffy's-
Crocodile.
Luffy's dad crucked Focodile, and then wait. So then, does that mean that? Does that
Crocodile
mean?
then could have gotten someone else.
So does
pregnant.
that mean that Podcast D Ace's
No.
father, Gold D Roger, pucked Focodile? Crucked
It's the only
Focodile?
answer. Is
Dude,
Goldie Roger Ace's dad?
Is Goldie Roger
Is
Ace's
Goldie
dad?
Roger Ace's dad?
Can you guys watch this show and stop?
I said this months ago.
No, you said he was Luffy's dad.
No.
Both.
No. I
And I
said
said
they
that
are.
timeline doesn't work.
I said they are half siblings. I
Okay,
said they
yes.
are half siblings. I think
As
that.
far as we know, they call each other brother.
I
Is
think.
Whitebeard Luffy's dad?
I think Monkey D. Garp is Luffy's grandfather.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think there is a different father figure in
Okay.
there, and then I think that Gold D. Roger is Ace's father
And how does
Maybe.
because
Double D Dragon or whatever his name is fit in this?
Double D Dragon.
How do you think Double D Dragon fits
Who's
into
Double
this?
D Dragon? Wait, what?
Was he Monkey D Dragon? Or am I thinking of Garp?
Who are you what? Who's a dragon? What?
Dragon. You don't remember Dragon?
Oh, dragon.
Yeah.
The dragon.
Yeah, he made a tornado that one time.
Yeah, I think he's a cousin.
He's a cousin.
I think he's a cousin.
It's a
That fucker showed up once.
He did.
He's going to be the most important character in the entire series.
Maybe. Maybe he's the one who dies, and then they go on like everyone goes on like a worldwide mission to get his devil fruit.
Is Gorilla D. Alvita Luffy's mom?
No, I think it's his lover.
Oh.
You guys say like 8 different theories and then look at me like I'm supposed to.
Are you following along with what we're saying?
Chimp D. Buggy?
You guys just can't
Buggy
mix words
D. Garp?
with name with D in the middle and have
Buggy
it
D. Garp.
Buggy D Garp.
Can we get a lie detector and ask the historian spoilers?
That would be really fun.
I would like that a lot.
That would be very fun.
That'd
Hey,
be
everyone, can you send us money somehow so we can get a lie detector to put the historian on the lie detector? Anyway, hey, everyone, thank you so much for listening to the Fun Piece podcast. This has been a great time. Don't you think?
We did bad at not talking about fucking.
We did. We also talked to just fucking 5 episodes. We talked about so much dumb shit.
Oh my god. You guys are
Excuse
getting
me.
so much bang for your buck.
Yeah, you
How much
really
does this
are.
podcast cost?
This podcast is frizzy.
Whoa, what a steal.
What a
Y'all are
steal.
pirates.
Y'all
you guys
are-
are the real pirates.
You're
for
the real
stealing our-
pirates stealing our treasure every week, Tuesday evening,
If you-
released.
If you guys really love me, you'll Venmo us $10 each.
We don't have our Venmos available on Discord. If you want to give us money, tell us.
Leave it.
Tell us to make a
leave it in
Patreon.
leave it in an unmarked envelope at the nearest KFC to your location. We'll find it.
Is it? I feel like we shouldn't talk like this. I'm having a hard time viewing. Anyway, hey everyone. We're thinking about making more content or something. I don't know. Check out the Discord. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, email us funpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget the Twitter.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord. It's way cooler.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna be releasing next week a filler episode because Mike's moving.
I'm moving.
He's moving, and then the
Yeah.
following week we will have the finale of the Jaya Arc, and then we'll be getting into Skype. Yeah.
Moving up to the city.
Anyway, yeah. Goodbye. We love you so much.
Matt, will you Google whale titties?